What is going on, Titan Nation? Hope everybody's doing good out there. I'm excited to get this show going for you tonight. We're trying some new things on the channel, but let's get it going. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We appreciate you. Tighten up.
What's up, everybody? This is ESPN NFL Nation Titans reporter Turron Davenport, and you are tuned into the Titans Upload Network.
Whether it's the regular season or the off-season, we have you covered as we give you the best Tennessee Titans and NFL news and insight that a fan could ask for. You're watching the Titan Upload Network.
All right, what is going on, everybody? As we all know, the Tennessee Titans are 1-4. The season has definitely not gone according to any type of plan. The Titans are kind of in the cellar right now. I mean, there's a lot of teams that are struggling. And guys, let me know if my audio is coming through good. I'm running through a whole totally new system. You could see we got all the new graphics on the screen here and kind of a new interactive thing going on. So let me know if my audio sounds all right and everything's running good on my end. If not, I can adjust it if needed. Thank you, Titan. I appreciate that. Hopefully it's not too loud or anything. But anyways, this season has been absolutely terrible. Like it's been awful. I mean, the one positive thing about the Titans this season has been the defense. I mean, they're still number one in yards allowed. They're starting to get some turnovers. I mean, there were some things at the end of that game, the end of the Colts game. Especially Snead let up a couple huge plays that, if he wouldn't have let up, we might be talking about a different outcome, but it's not all on Snead. Obviously, the offense is the major issue. The offense is terrible. I mean, the run game was good, and got to give a shout out to the offensive line. They didn't allow one sack during the game, which is absolutely incredible. I mean, when is the last time we've seen that in a Titans game where we haven't allowed a sack? So shout out to them. Maybe that's starting to gel. Leroy Watson took over for Nicholas Petit-Frere in this game. They put him in, and he didn't play terrible, but he had some holding calls and some false starts. But hey, I mean, the guy hasn't played football in a long time, so for the most part, he held his own as far as the blocking goes. So guys, thanks for tuning in tonight. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. We're trying something new tonight. And we got the standings, the NFL standings scrolling across the bottom there, which is pretty cool. And we're going to get to all these topics tonight. We're going to get to your comments as well. So shout out to everybody in the chat. And shout out to everybody who follows this network as a whole. Twin says, no way to get rid of Levis. There's a reason he went in the second round. Quarterback ain't good. So now you want to tank the team. I'm not saying we should tank. I'm actually on the other side. Like, I don't want to tank, to be honest. Like, I want to win, and I know a lot of people do want us to tank, and there is a poll going on right now in the chat. Do you want to tank and continue to start Levis, or do you want to start Mason Rudolph and try and get back and get some wins in this season? Look, I'm not saying that Will Levis cannot get better. I think he can get better. It's just right now, it's just not looking good. not looking good there in Nashville. And let us know in the chat, like, and I want you guys to put it in the chat. Are you in or are you out on Levis? And if you're in on Levis, let us know why. If you're out on Levis, let us know why. And as you guys can see, I look like a baby face right now. I was on the AFC South Roundtable. I'm on that show every week, and we made a bet, me and Derek of Bring the Juice podcast. Whoever lost the game had to completely shave. Obviously, I lost the bet, and I haven't had a completely shaven face in probably, who knows, 15 years. So some funny comments were being made yesterday during the roundtable. Somebody I look like a Men in Black guy. Those videos of Men in Black with the guys who are like albino. Somebody said I look like Hank Hill from King of the Hill. Somebody said I look constipated. I don't know. But I thought the comments were pretty funny. Titan says, "Hey, ROSSI, tighten up. Rudolph time. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. I can watch them. I can't watch them anymore with Levis." Yeah, man. Like I feel you. Like it's tough to watch. It's tough as a Titans fan to watch this offense. I mean, and I feel bad for the people, the season ticket holders, and the people who are having, who have already prepaid money to see this team just stink it up every week on offense. Because look, it's not like, if the team was great on offense and was terrible on defense, that'd be something different, because at least it would be entertaining. It's like a few years ago when our defense just wasn't very good, but we had a really good offense. At least it was somewhat entertaining. You know what I mean? But I feel bad. I just feel bad for the season ticket holders and all the people who prepaid for these games and the whole season, and they have to go out there and watch this. Two-Tone says, "Is Upload not going to be in streams?" Upload does streams all the time on this channel. So this is originally his channel. He is the founder. And, me and Michael Bishop are a part of this channel. Also James, who is with me sometimes, and Tyler of Titans Time Podcast. So we got 5 people that run the channel. We all do our different things. Tyler and James, they're guests on our shows typically, and me and Upload and Michael Bishop, we do a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. We do all the editing ourselves. We don't have editors. All this stuff you see is done strictly in-house by us. And shout out to all my fellow coworkers on the channel, man. They all do a good job. But yes, Upload does stream a lot. He does the watch parties. He does 1 or 2 shows a week, and he's got 4 kids, and he's a dean of a high school. So the dude puts in a lot of work, and I stream too a lot as well. So yeah, man, thanks for tuning in. Draft expert Brian, he comes on every so often. He's got kind of his own things going on, but go follow his channel. He comes on during the draft every year as well. I think we can turn it around with Mason. I do too. Can we trade for Justin Fields or not? I mean, you could. There's nothing stop. I don't know. I mean, yeah, as long as it's before the trade deadline. The question is, what would you have to give up for Justin Fields, and is Justin Fields worth it? You know what I mean? I think Rudolph gives us a competitive chance with number 1 D. Yeah, I mean, I think anybody who is smart with the football and doesn't turn the football over and can move the ball down the field and complement our run game is going to give us a chance. Levis isn't ready to start. He needs some therapy first for his self-control. We traded the wrong QB with Willis. I wish we would have kept Willis, to be honest. I think Rudolph should play. He has not been given a fair shot. The one game he played had his hands tied. all these guys on Levis now jumping ship. Yep. I mean, there are a lot of people who are jumping ship now. Bring Willis back next year. If there is any chance for Levis, he needs some help, hurting him more than playing him. Call out the crap. Yeah, I mean, we have, we share our thoughts for sure. You know we do, Barney. And shout out to you, Barney, man. You're always supporting us. We see your comments and stuff. So, actually Upload sent me one of your comments today, sent me a screenshot. So we read your comments, guys. Believe me, so a lot of them, we read all of them typically. So, ROSSI, the Titans love Shedeur Sanders. There was a scout. Yeah, I saw that. And I like Shedeur Sanders too. I think he would be a great fit in this type of offense. The thing is though, like, you'd have to pretty much tank all the way. Like, you would have to be all in on tanking. You would probably have to only win one more game to have a chance at getting the number one pick, because there's going to be a few teams this season that only have a couple wins. Like, there's a few bad teams, Jacksonville being one of them. If you see the standings scrolling on the bottom of the screen there, you got the Raiders 2-4. Let's see. We got the AFC East. You got the Patriots 1-5. The Jets 2-4, which I think the Jets are going to get better with the Adams trade. The NFC North is stout. And then you got the NFC South. The Panthers are 1-5. Who's going to beat out the Panthers for the number one pick? Saints are 2-4. Cardinals 2-4. The Rams are 1-4. And let's see, the NFC East, the Commanders, surprisingly, 4-2, and Jaden Daniels been awesome. The Giants 2-4. So there's a lot of teams that are kind of in that bottom tier. Sorry about the screen shaking here. I'm trying to get this stabilized here. It's driving me insane. Anyways, there's a lot of teams that are not very good this season. Like, it's, just the way that it's been. I thought a rebuild took longer than 5 games. Yeah, it did. But, Mookie, the one thing, and I'll say this, and I want to check the poll real quick before we keep going. Well, I don't know. Can I check it on here? I don't know why it doesn't let me switch it here, guys. Sorry. I want to check the poll to see where you guys stand on this, because I'm just curious to see here. Let me switch. I don't know why the poll's not showing for me. Anyways, if there's any moderators in the chat, let me know what the poll results are. If you can, or anybody in the chat, let me know what the poll results are, because it will not let me see the poll results. I don't know why, but it won't let me. So anyways, yeah, so what I was going to say, it does take longer. Obviously it takes longer, but the Titans tricked us. They fooled us, right? Like, they went out and bought all these players. Like, they went out and made a trade for L'Jarius Sneed. They spent a lot of money on Calvin Ridley, which we're going to get to. We got a clip from him today. They went out and spent all this money and got all these players. And I get it. Like, it's supposed to be a real rebuild, but a lot of people thought since they did that, it was not really kind of a rebuild. It was like more of a, I don't know if you call it a retool, but them trying to kind of save face. And they kind of, that's what I'm saying. Like, it was kind of like, I don't know, you just kind of, a lot of excitement, instead of just like strictly building through the draft, getting some young guys through, free agents, things like that. They made these big splashes. So I can understand, Mookie, why fans are upset, and I don't blame them for it. I really don't blame them for it. Burks or Nuck, a 5th rounder for Justin Fields. Do you think Levis was Rand's pick or Vrabel's guy? That's a tough one. I don't really know, man. I think it was more of Rand's pick because I don't know. I don't think Vrabel would have went quarterback. I really don't. Man, this thing is driving me nuts. Sorry, guys. I'm a big Titans fan, and I met Will. He is a great guy, but at this point, I think it's time for Mason to start for the organization. All right. Thank you so much. 47% are saying Levis sucks. Only fans want them to tank. No player on that team want to tank. Mason was 3-0, 230 plus games, and a GBR of 118 on his only 3 starts last year. Wasted talent. That's a great point, man. That is a great point. Mason can run the offense. You do not need to trade for a QB. Mason is the best QB2 in the league. Titans Jesus, shout out to you. The rough part about all this is we are evaluating a new head coach and basically a rookie QB. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Like, basically, he is a QB, and it is tough. So that's one thing. And I think a lot of us fans, and not blaming me or us fans or any of you guys, but a lot of us really kind of expected things that we expected more. You know what I mean? We expected more out of this team at this point. 1-4 is you at least expect a couple wins. So 86 people in the house tonight so far. Some of you are watching on YouTube, some of you are watching on X, and I do appreciate it. We appreciate all your support and the watch parties and the shows, all that type of stuff. So thank you guys so much. Uploads in the building, says great format. Thank you very much, man. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So, all right. So the next topic we'll get to here, obviously we've talked about Levis. We're probably going to bring him up all throughout the show, but the next topic we got is tank or no tank. And let me know in the chat, guys. Do you want to tank or no tank? If you just want to write tank, no tank, you can. If you want to break it down more than that, if you can, we'll throw it on the screen. So what are you in? Are you in the tank? Are you in the no tank category? Are you one of the fans that want to lose every game here on out? Start Levis. See if he can throw another 10 interceptions, 15 interceptions, fumble the ball, memes, all that type of stuff. Or do you want to start Mason Rudolph, see if we can win some games? So are you tank or no tank? Let me know in the chat. I'll let you know here in a minute too what I think. But yeah, let us know in the chat, tank or no tank. We do have a poll going on, and for whatever reason, I can't see it. But last time, I think we were at 47%. Titan Upload says 52% tank, but there is a poll, but let me know in the chat too. Yeah, I don't know why I can't see it all. I even switched YouTube accounts and went to another YouTube account and clicked on it, and I can't see the results at all, which is strange, but just another caveat of YouTube. You know what I mean? Just always something. Top tier says tighten up. Tycone says Levis started about 11 games. No Vrabel guy at all, Upload says. All right, tank or no tank, guys? Titan says no tank. Brian Badillo says not yet. Wishaw Tom says no tank. Kat Nelson says no tank. And Ty says, I want to win. We have a good team except for Levis. Whew. I think you're right. I mean, let's just call a spade, right? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I kind of got out my rant last night on the AFC South Roundtable. I mean, I straight went off. I'm just tired of it, man. I'm tired of watching it. Like, the guy's 25 years old. It's not like he's like a 22-year-old type of rookie who, I don't know, man. We saw the same thing at Kentucky. There's a reason he wasn't drafted in the first round. Like, he's got a lot of potential. Like, I'm not sitting here and saying that he doesn't have potential. The guy's got, a good arm. He's got a lot of potential, but I don't know. He just doesn't seem to have the vision, doesn't seem to be able to process the field and all that stuff like an NFL quarterback needs to. I mean, he's got the worst stats in the league. He's got the most turnovers. I don't know. But tank or no tank, guys, we'll put it on the screen here. Let's see. Tank or not tank might be the same results in the win-loss results. Good point. No tank. Calvin Ridley needs to be careful or he's benched. I don't blame it on Ridley. Like, he missed the one. There was one throw that he really missed, the across the middle, but at the same time, the guy, there was like 4 or 5 defenders. I mean, he was going to get absolutely crushed. Yes, he should have caught the ball. It could have been a crucial first down, but a lot of those balls that were thrown to Will Levis that were thrown to Calvin Ridley weren't even catchable. I mean, I would say 5 out of 8 of them at least were not even catchable. So hard to really, hard to really down Ridley for it. But, he did come out after the game and he, voiced his concerns. He was frustrated. He was definitely frustrated about it. He voiced his concerns. He said he wanted to get the ball early. He was upset. So this is what he had to say today. They interviewed him today, and I like what he had to say. I like what he had to say today. Here you go.
We got a good team. I mean, we should be winning. That's all I feel. And I just, emotions came out. But I believe in my team, myself, my coaches, and everything. I want to help us win, and that's all. I just want to help.
What would a win on Sunday, on the road against a good team? What do you think that could do to kind of jumpstart you guys and get your season going?
I mean, it's a good team. It'll be great, for us to feel good about ourselves. But it'll be good to see us run our offense. Us play a full game, a 4-quarter game. Special teams plays really good. Defense plays good. Offense plays. It'll be good to see that, opposed to just going out there and beating them. We know they're a good team. We're a good team. We need to play a 4-quarter game. It'll be good to see us do that.
Brian says over and over his intent is to get the ball to you. The plays are written,
and that's why I was a little frustrated with myself about that. Because yes, I mean, you guys probably don't know, but yes, that's what he's trying to do for sure.
Calvin, and that's the thing. I mean, for you still like to get the ball earlier so you can kind of get into a groove and kind of explain that to people who don't understand from a wide receiver's perspective.
Yeah, you want to activate yourself. You want to know what type of day it is. I mean, you just want to get the ball in your hand any way you can to activate yourself. You're at the game, and once you get it again. Now you're ready to make plays and move. And that's all I was trying to say, really. But it came out a little different.
Brian said that Monday that this team needs a shot of confidence. You need to see yourselves do it and build on that. Is that kind of where you're coming from?
I mean, as to what is the record? 1-4. Yeah, I mean, winning and just playing good would definitely give us the whole team confidence.
So there you go. I mean, I like what he had to say. Obviously, he's a competitor, and all these guys are competitors. You know what I mean? Like, look, I'm not a football player. I played baseball growing up, but I have watched the game for a long time. I've never claimed to be an expert on the X's and O's. We got guys on this channel that are better at that than me. But it's not hard to see with the old eyeball test when it comes to the way the Titans are playing on offense. Like, it just seems to be, a lack of confidence on Brian Callahan's part as far as the play calling, from the game was just very hit and miss. I mean, there was a lot of screen calls, a lot of behind the line of scrimmage type of passes. And it just seems obvious. Like, it just seems obvious that, I don't know, that he just doesn't seem too confident in Will Levis's ability to get the ball downfield. Now, Will Levis did make some throws, but like I said, a lot of those throws that were to Calvin Ridley were inerrant throws. You know what I'm saying? They were inerrant throws. So I don't know. It's a tough one. So anyways, we got a $5 super chat. So shout out to Stanley Wilson. We'll give him the touchdown Titans from Mike Keith. And the big applause. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, Stanley, as always. He says, when you have a cheerleader crossing his heart after an almost interception, then your quarterback is terrible. Yeah, I know it's pretty tough down there in Nashville. So I'm finally able to see the poll. So tank or no tank? Tank, continue to start Will Levis. No tank, give Rudolph a shot. So, it's, and I think that's where this fan base really stands. Like, it's kind of 50-50 right now. And a lot of us are arguing about it. A lot of us are going back and forth on Twitter and X and arguing about it and getting upset with each other. And there's a divide amongst the Titans fans. And if you want Will Levis to start, if you want him to sit the bench, if you want Mason Rudolph to come in, and it's a lot going on right now, and it sucks. It really sucks, and I really hope that the Titans can do something about it, because it's getting to be tough to watch. That's basically what it is. So we'll get to some more of your comments here in a minute, guys. I thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We got 120 people in the building, so hit that like button for us. If you haven't subscribed, please do, man. We post content all the time. We're proud to represent the Titans. We've been doing it for years now, and we appreciate you. I do want to shout out Recovery Unplugged. This show is powered by Recovery Unplugged. Recovery is possible with Recovery Unplugged. If you or a loved one are struggling with mental health or addiction and or both, we do have an awesome facility here in Tennessee. We have facilities all across the country. But if you or a loved one are struggling with mental health or addiction, please let us know. Please give Recovery Unplugged a call, 844-305-8599, 844-305-8599. You can also check out their website, recoveryunplugged.com. You can also email me, titansrossi@gmail.com, if you want to be more private about it. Everything is protected by HIPAA as far as that goes, but they use music in their program as well. It's really cool. One of the founders was one of the main songwriters for Aerosmith. So, we all have people out there who are going through things. I mean, you might be going through some things. So just let us know. Let Recovery Unplugged know if you need any help. Let me know. Like I said, titansrossi@gmail.com. So let's get to some more of your comments here. Tighten up, everybody, as well. We don't want guys who care about losing. Good for Calvin. He is even saying Levis without saying it. And I wanted to get to I saw Mike's comment, the Power Hour, in here, and I wanted to get to that because I thought it was a really good comment. And Mike, I would say, is the more level-headed one, definitely between me and Upload. We tend to react to things just right in the moment. And, I would say that Mike is the more positive one. as far as out of all three of us, as far as that goes. Power says, in all fairness, while Will Levis has been bad, what if he actually improves going forward? What if he actually starts winning? What if we actually start winning with Levis playing at a manageable level? Where do we go from there? That's a great question. And look, I'm all for Will Levis to start playing better and at a manageable level because, Mike, I think if he is playing at a manageable level and he's not turning the ball over, we're talking about a different team. We're talking about a possible, 2-2 team, 3-1 even. There's some of these games, if we don't turn the ball over, we're winning the game. Now, we had a couple block punts, and thank God that's hasn't happened in a little bit, but we got a good defense. The defense is good enough. Like, if you got a quarterback who can manage the game, who can complement your run game, and Tony Pollard has looked great, then you got an opportunity. You got a chance to win some games in this league. And yeah, look, I'm all down for Will Levis doing well. But how many games do you need to lose? How much more pain do you have to go through for that to happen? And the question is, have we seen enough? Like, at this point, are you, and not you, Power Hour, just you alone, but fans in the chat, you could answer this as well. But how much confidence do you have in Will Levis? Like, are you completely over it? I don't know. And like I said, it's a 50-50 thing right now. Like, the chat, Tank, continue to start Levis, 54%. We've had 60 votes. No Tank, give Rudolph a shot, 46%. So, I don't know. It's a tough situation. It's a tough situation there in Nashville. And we'll see what happens. So, another thing too, the Brian Callahan, a lot of people are giving him, a lot of hell about his offense, in the way that his play calling and the kind of dinky dunk. I was watching the game the other day between the Colts and the Titans. We had like a 9-minute drive, and I'm sitting there, and shout out to my girlfriend if she's watching right now. Shout out to Michelle. But I'm sitting there watching this drive, and I'm just like, man, like, we're moving the ball down the field, which was great. Like, we're moving the ball down the field. We're getting first downs, but golly, it took an eternity. Like, I was almost getting tired of watching the drive, even though they were moving the football down the field. Like, I was like, golly, man, like, you can't sustain that the whole game. Like, that's not a sustainable offense. Yes, I think we scored a touchdown out of that particular drive, but it's just not a sustainable offense. Like, you're not going to do that every game, all game, and expect to put up a bunch of points. It's just not going to happen. Like, the defense is eventually going to figure you out. Like, it's different if you're, if you're Tom Brady in the old New England offense. Like, they at least moved the football down the field. You know what I mean? Like, they moved the football down the field, but obviously it's Tom Brady. Like, we're talking about a Hall of Fame quarterback. We're not talking about Will Levis here, but it's just, man, the grueling type of offense, like the screen passes, the little out routes, it's just like, golly, man. And some of those plays, and shout out to Locked on Titan or Tic Tac Titan. He posted a couple of them on X where two receivers in the same, right next to each other on certain plays, two tight ends right next to each other. Some of these play designs are just like, man, what are you doing? And you wonder, is it the play calling? Is it the players making mistakes? Like, what is it? What is it? I don't know what it is. Like, let me know in the comments what you think. Like, is it the play calling? Is it just the players? Is it both? Is it a combination? It's crazy. So anyways, we'll get to some of your comments here. So thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. We got over 50 people on YouTube, like 70 or 80 on X. So shout out to you guys. Let's get to 50 likes, man. We got 51 people on YouTube. If you're on X, unfortunately, you can't participate in the chat, which I wish you could, but come on over here. Just click on the embedded link on X and you can come over here and get in the chat. I'll put your comment on the screen if you got some thoughts. Like, we made this channel. We're fans. Like, we're diehard fans, and we love to get you guys involved. That's what it's all about. You guys make this channel. You guys make this network and channel what it is. So shout out to you guys as well. I hope you guys like the new layout. I absolutely love it. It's a lot more interactive. So I hope you guys like that. We'll keep on using that moving forward for real. The Bryce Young rumors are heating up again. They are. I don't want Bryce Young. I've seen him play. Not a fan. Not a fan. Like, I just would rather lose the rest of the season and get Shadur Sanders. And, Justin Fields, like, yeah, if you can get him for really cheap or something and give him a shot, okay, but I'm not trading a bunch of, higher draft picks for him or anything like that. All right, let me scroll up here, guys. I know a lot of you have commented, trying to get caught up here. Let's see here. We can still win. Does anyone remember the Oilers season? I do. Levis needs to get his anxiety under control. He's not comfortable in his own skin. Kind of showed at the podium today. Yeah, that was something. I didn't get that clip. I wish I would have. That was something a little weird, I thought. Like, and I don't know, like, I almost thought too, like, maybe he's just like getting done with practice and he was kind of tired. Like, I don't know if he just got done with practice, but yeah, that was a little weird. Like, he was kind of, I don't know, he looked a little anxious, but look, he's got the whole weight of an organization on his back, right? Like, I mean, the guy has just been constantly bludgeoned the whole season. Like, the dude has been constantly bludgeoned. He's pretty much still a rookie. Like, it's a man's league. Like, you got to play well, you got to man up, you got to, take the hits, so to speak. Like, even in the media, that's part of being a pro. But at the same time, the guy has so much pressure on him. Everybody on X, everybody on social media, everybody on YouTube, every YouTube channel, all the people who used to love him and now turn their back on him because he's not playing well. All the memes. Good Lord, he's got so many memes out against him. Remember the face? The face on where he's like on the sideline, he's like that face. Golly, that was one of the worst ones that got circulated all over social media. The poor guy that broke his leg on the sideline, which was not Levis's fault, or sprained his leg, the ball boy. We were on the roundtable last night, and Ruben, the Texans guy, is saying, man, just bad follows Will Levis. Like, it's like, golly, and it's stuff like that. Like, obviously that wasn't Will Levis's fault. He got pushed out by Jalen, what's his name, the cornerback, or I think for the Colts. He got pushed into him, kind of, which wasn't anybody's fault. It happens. You're on the sideline. That's part of the game. Like, that's part of working on the sideline. You see it happen to cameramen. You see it happen to the refs, all types of stuff. But it's just, he's got the weight of the whole organization on him, and he's got, so in that aspect, I feel kind of bad for him. But at the same time, you're a pro, man. Like, you gotta be able to handle it. You gotta be able to push through it. and stay positive and be confident in yourself. And he did say today that he was still feeling confident in his ability. It's dead near impossible to come back from 1-4. Let Will Levis start. Screw it. See if something somehow clicks. Yeah, I mean, and that, look, you know, I think, I don't know, man. I think, you know, where I stand on it all is like, I have moments where I'm like, look, like, I don't want him. I want Levis, I want Rudolph to start. Like, I want to see what this offense is capable of, just because all the shiny new toys like Ridley and getting Hop involved more and you know, all these shiny new toys that they brought in. Like, it's a shame that it's going to waste. It's a shame that the money is going to waste with Calvin Ridley and the $92 million and all that stuff. And it'd be nice to see them be able to get involved with a competent quarterback. But at the same time, I understand the tank mentality. I understand wanting to tank and get a guy like Shedeur Sanders, or am I saying that right? Shedeur, I don't know. And get Cam Ward or a Jalen Milrow or something like that. I understand it. And shout out to the Vols. I hope they can pull it out on Saturday. I'm a huge Vols fan. I'm worried about that game. I'm glad it's at home. So go Big Orange. Why play Rudolph is what is at this point. Start him and win 6 to 7 games. I mean, even that, man, it's going to be hard to win. I mean, the schedule is not getting easier from this point out. It is punishing. It is a punishing schedule coming up. You know, back-to-back games on the road against top-tier teams and the Detroit Lions and the Buffalo Bills. Woo! Man, you better buckle up. You better buckle up, boys, because it's not getting any easier, and the Titans have a really tough road ahead of them at this point, you know. And I mean, they got New England after that, which is kind of a reprieve, but who knows? Drake May might catch fire by then. He didn't look terrible in the game. So it does not get any easier for the Titans moving forward. I don't know why there's an L on the Texans there. I screwed up there, but obviously we have not played that game yet, but maybe it's a prediction. I mean, it's probably going to be, so maybe it's a prediction. I unknowingly predicted it. But yeah, I mean, the Titans are 1-4 right now. They got Buffalo and Detroit on the road next, and golly, man, it's not going to be easy for sure, you know. But who knows? Will the Titans pull out like a game of old and play up to their competition and give the Bills a tough game? I don't know. We'll break it down on the channel, that's for sure. Mason, nobody's leading us to a playoff run right now. I mean, look at the Jets. They brought in Devontae Adams. Even at 2-4, it's going to be really hard for them to turn it around. Like, and they have Aaron Rodgers, and they're bringing in Devontae Adams. Like, it's not easy for any quarterback to come in and turn it around. I mean, you would have to be darn near perfect in every aspect of the game to turn around a team from 1-4. I'm not either, buddy. I'm not either. To be honest, you might not believe, but I did. I was calling for Tannehill when he went in, and I was excited. I saw a stat that showed Levis being number 3 in the QB attempts on first reads. Yes, that is a true stat, unfortunately. I don't know if that's an offensive design or what, but yes. Sanders is another NFL bust. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just the question is, I've heard there's been things that Deion's gonna want him to go to a specific team. You know, probably wouldn't want him to come to Tennessee. Like, it's not a big market. So I could definitely see Deion trying to control that. Titans and Truth. Yes. Tune in to Titan. Oh, I think Truth already had a show, actually. If you didn't, Truth, I was working, but I did shout you out on X. But if you already had a show, you guys go back and watch Titans and Truth. He is one of the OGs of the Titans YouTube game, and he's one of the best in the Titans YouTube content creator business. So shout out to Chris TNT, the Blue Enforcer. Sorry I couldn't come on the show, Chris. Let's scroll down here. I'm going to have to get caught up, guys. I'm sorry. You guys have been killing it tonight in the comments. Thank you guys so much. Imagine wanting to lose rather than taking a chance. I agree. I agree with you. Rossi, facts, man. We are catching some losses. That's for show. Sam Darnold got benched as first round pick. Signed with, yeah, he's killing it. He is killing it. How long is it going to last though? Like, I'm still not like completely sold on Sam Darnold, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Like, you know, his last game wasn't too great. We'll see how he pans out the rest of the season, but he is playing great. I have him on my fantasy team as my backup. So he's like the 10th ranked fantasy player right now. And he's leading that team, you know, so, no one wants to lose. Facts are facts. We lost to Malik freaking Willis. That, my gosh, man. We did, didn't we? We lost to Malik Willis. That happened. That happened. I thought there was no way that could happen, but that happened. Had 2 weeks to prepare for a banged up Colts team at home and lost. That's true too. That's true too. Unfortunately, it's sad. It's sad. So, all right, moving on to the next topic. We'll go a few more minutes here, guys. Tighten up that like button for us if you haven't yet. We do appreciate your support tonight. We've had a lot of people in here tonight. We've had over 150 so far at any given time. I want to check the poll. We got 47 on YouTube now. We got 29 likes. Help us get to 50 likes. Let's do a like blitz. If you haven't hit the like button yet, all you got to do is back out the chat real quick. Boom, hit that like button. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We appreciate that as well. It helps us get into the dreaded algorithm and all that type of stuff. So, Boss Man Jim says, y'all fans are content with mediocrity. Rudolph is going to keep you in purgatory. If Levis continues to suck, at least you get a high pick for the future. Yeah, I mean, that's the idea, right? Tank or no tank. That is the idea. If you haven't voted in the poll yet, please do. I think we're over 50% for tank. You know, the defense, moving on to the defense. The defense has been playing really well. I mean, they're still number one in yardage, which is pretty phenomenal. You know, I mean, T'Vondre Sweat has been playing really well. He's been playing great. And he's been, you can see there's some highlights here up on the top, but T'Vondre Sweat has been playing absolutely fantastic. You know, he's been one of the best defensive linemen in the league. And, you know, shout out to him for sure, because he's been absolutely killing it. Let me turn off this virtual. Oh, no, I don't know what I did there. Anyways, I don't know why the video is showing like that. It didn't show that in the beginning. Let me see if I can move it up here. There's that better. I don't know why it's showing like that. Anyways. All right. Scratch that idea. I don't, this is a new system I'm using, so it was showing fine earlier, but who knows, whatever. But yeah, no, T'Vondre Sweat has been absolutely killing it. He's been playing great. And shout out to him. I mean, he's proved all the doubters wrong. He proved Tyler from Locked on Titans wrong. He went and bought a jersey and everything. Went and bought a jersey, released a video, an apology video. It was hilarious. And, you know, but Sweat has been an absolute monster. And the defense as a whole has played well. Like, I mean, you look, you know, Sweat gave up a couple of those key passes, and it was kind of funny. I almost feel like he got kind of, jinxed because Denard Wilson came out last week and said he thinks Sneed, I keep saying Sneed, L'Jarius Sneed is the best cornerback in the league. Then he comes out against the Colts and lets up a few plays. I mean, he got smoked on a few plays. And look, it happens. No cornerback can lock down every receiver every single game. But it was just a shame. Michael Pittman was injured and he still beat him on that one. But how can you expect the defense to just keep doing it? I mean, if there's no offense, if there's no complimentary football, like there's not a lot of morale right now. Like morale's at an all-time low. Like you have no confidence in your offense to go out and have your back and to have your back and to be able to score points, and it stinks. So I don't know. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Again, if you haven't checked out Recovery Unplugged, this video, this channel, this particular show is powered by Recovery Unplugged. They use music as a tool in the recovery process. One of their founders was one of the main songwriters for Aerosmith. I work for them in admissions. I'm on the ground floor of helping get people help. So if you know a loved one that's struggling with mental health, that's struggling with addiction and or mental health, both or separate, they have all types of programs for you. They have inpatient facilities all across the country. There's one right here in Nashville, Tennessee. You can call them at 844-305-8599. You can also personally email me, titansrossi@gmail.com. You can email me anytime, even if it's not about that. If you guys want to just shoot the breeze about football or anything else, but definitely check out Recovery Unplugged. If you know a loved one, if you yourself are struggling, they offer inpatient, outpatient, virtual outpatient. You could do it from your home. You could do it from your phone. And they've been around a long time. So check them out if you haven't yet. And thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. You guys have been absolutely phenomenal tonight. That's going to do it for us tonight. And we'll see you this weekend. Titan Upload will be doing the watch party. I'm sure he will go live again himself. I will go live again too, probably with James, my usual co-host. You guys always seem to get a kick out of that. So, tighten up, everybody. Hit that like button if you haven't yet. And we'll see you next time. Tighten up, folks.